Hi, I'm Teresa Clancy. You can call me Terry. I am a wills and estate planning attorney, and I am creating this video to help motivate you move estate planning from your to-do list to your completed list. And in this video, I am going to tell you how you can improve your brain health and follow 3 tips to help you move forward with your estate planning without an attorney's help. So, according to neurosurgeon and best-selling author Sanjay Gupta, he says that if you do acts with intention behind it, like helping your family, those acts will help you improve your brain health and grow brain cells. So, when you're doing these 3 tips I'm going to give you, and you think, I'm doing this for my family, I'm getting things set up so that things will be easy for them if something were to happen, you are actually helping yourself, not just your family. So, tip number 1, take those accounts that are retirement, so 401ks, 403bs, IRAs, Roth IRAs, and get a written version of the location where those accounts are and whose name they're under. So if that means printing a screenshot, if you have an online presence with those accounts, taking a statement that you get every month with those accounts, or perhaps if you're super fancy, you can create a whole spreadsheet with this and putting in a file the information about those accounts will go a long way for somebody to try to figure out what you own and where it is. And if you're a little bit worried about having account numbers all laying around the house, we'll just scratch that part out. But needless to say, you keep that folder that has all that information in there. And in addition, add in the bank accounts, screenshot or statement or a fancy spreadsheet, but you have that on there. And life insurance. Do a screenshot if you have an online presence, or the statement, or even the policy if you have that. Put that in that folder and make sure that everything is all together, and whoever you live with or whoever you are close with knows where they can find that. That's tip number 1. And of course, all the while, you're doing this with the intention of getting things set up for your family, and you're creating brain cells. Number 2, make sure that what can be beneficiary designated is beneficiary designated, and the people that are identified as the beneficiaries are who you want to be. So that means retirement accounts. That means life insurance. That could also mean stocks or stock accounts or brokerage accounts. Perhaps even CDs have beneficiary designation. But make sure those are all set up. If you can put a beneficiary designation on something, you should. But no, if you have minor children and they've been identified as a beneficiary, they will not get access to that money until they're 18. Now, that's a problem in and of itself, but what is even more of a problem is that if somehow they need those funds to pay for school or living expenses or any other type of expenses, that account would need to go through court in order to be accessed by somebody other than your child in order to pay for your child's expenses. So that might be enough reason to meet with an attorney to just talk about how you can get those things set up so that your child can get access to those accounts without having to either wait until they're 18 or have to go to court. So that's tip number 2, the beneficiary designations. And perhaps the whole time you're thinking, oh, this is great, I'm doing this for my family, but really, head fake, I'm doing it for myself because it's creating brain cells for me. And number 3, if you own any real estate, find the deed. If perhaps it's in all those piles of paper you got at the closing, or you can contact your real estate attorney to find out what the deed says, but you want to make sure that that deed, if your couple has you and your partner identified as owning it by joint tenancy, or if you're married, owning it by tenancy by the entirety. Those words or those phrases must be on the deed for you to inherit from your partner. And if it doesn't have it on there, or if you're single and you own real estate, just as an individual, know that in order for people to inherit that real estate from you, they will likely have to go to court. And maybe that's another reason to motivate you to do estate planning. But needless to say, getting access to that deed and looking on it and thinking about it, all the while thinking you're doing this to help your family, is really helping yourself. Increase brain cells. So the last thing that's not really a tip, but it's a suggestion, is look at that March calendar. Identify a day you are going to make an appointment with an attorney so that you can get things set up. Even if you just have a conversation with them and know what you're looking at, that is going to help you help yourself, because you are doing something to help your family and you're creating brain cells by doing it. Well, I hope this information was helpful. And if it is, give me a call and let me help you out some more. And if not, keep watching. Perhaps the next video will persuade you to move estate planning from your to-do list to your complete list. Until the next time, see ya.